Welcome back to DIY Willy. It's a beautiful day here in Southern California, although it is kind of muggy, really gray in the sky, not a lot of clouds. Anyway, today we're getting back to work on Max, our Mega Moto Minibike, right now powered by the Briggs & Stratton 5-horse engine. Couple things I want to do today. I went and bought new foot pegs. Now, in other variations of this bike, we have a lot of red. Whether it be down here on the sprocket, the 224's grips and everything, and throttle is red, even though it's black right now. The engine on the 224 is red. There's a lot of red. So, in sticking with the red theme, I went out and bought these dirt bike foot pegs, and let's get them open. And they are also very red. So we're gonna go ahead and put them on a mini bike, and it should really make a difference. Give us a little more foot area, resting area, quite a bit bigger, as you can see. And this is actually for the other side, that's why it doesn't line up. But yeah, let's get them installed, see what we need to do, if we need to make any changes, and yeah, try them out. Now we're just gonna do this easy, and I'm just gonna use a pair of pliers. I don't want to go get the wrench. I do have a 10 mil socket, but we'll just take them off. They're not that tight. It's a lock nut on one side and a regular bolt, and just pull the bolt out. Careful of the spring, they're under spring tension. Okay. So these new foot pegs come with their own hardware. It's a spring, a pin with a cotter pin to hold it all together, and some washers. I believe it's going to work with the other setup. So let's give it a try. Just going to get one of the springs out. Where does it go? Oh. Okay, so the spring goes on the inside like that. It's got a little pocket right there designed for it. And the pin will go through the bolt. So we're just going to stick it in here like so and put our bolt through. Just like that. Now I'm just going to put the nut on it to see. It looks like there's some changes I need to make. So if you notice, it's going to work perfectly in there. But it's not going all the way down inside because of the radius on the bends. You can see it's hitting on the bends. So I think I'm going to take it out and just clearance it a little bit with the grinder so that it'll go all the way inside. Hopefully I don't grind too much and cause a problem. And then I'll probably put a washer, one of the washers that it comes with right here, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, so what I've done to make it fit is I've ground the edges like a radius, see that? And I ground it a little bit at a time until I got it to fit how I wanted to inside there with the radius, the natural radius of the bends. And yeah, I kind of like how it goes. I didn't want to grind too much because you can't bring it back. Now I could, if I did grind too much, I could always weld a little bit on the inside, but honestly, not everybody has a welder. So I think this will work. I'm just going to assemble it and put it back together. All right, there we go. Got them all installed. I put the Mega Moto bolt through there, the original pegs, and I put a washer on the bottom just to fill up some of the space. It works great. Does exactly what it's supposed to do. Should give my feet a lot better position, a lot better feel, more stable. Yeah, I really like it. Let's look at the other side. Other side is the same way. Looks good. Nice. I really like that. Now, they come with the pins and the cotter pins to put them in, but I think this looks a lot better. And these holes on the Mega Moto were smaller than these pins, so I would have had to drill out the holes to put these pins in there, and I prefer that with the lock nut on there. Much better. Now the kit also came with some extra grips or studs, or I don't know what you want to call those, in case I guess you got to change these or you break these. You got a few extra right here that you can replace them with, and they're just an Allen wrench, the same as these. So they're just an Allen wrench. So yeah, let's move on to the next part of this project today. I wanted to work with the seat, and I'll show you exactly what I mean here in a minute. All right, so taking a look at the next part of this project, I want to switch the gas tanks. And there's nothing wrong with that gas tank, but it just doesn't hold enough gas when I have the 224 in there. It does fine with Briggs, the Briggs in there, but with the 224 it burns through gas pretty fast. So if I put this one in there, it's larger, maybe what, twice as much maybe. Yeah, it may get me farther, it may last a little longer. Besides, it'll look a little different on there. I think it might look cool. If not, I'll put that one back on. The NIBBI also uses that tank, so I can always put it back on if I need to, if I don't like this one. I noticed that the tank doesn't fit right with the back of the seat, and up there against the handlebars. And it's designed to go on a pipe. It's designed for a bicycle. So I got some modifications I would have to do to put it on here. First one is moving the seat. Now on NIBBI, I filled in this plate, this area back here, to keep people from grabbing the seat when they go to pick the bike up, so they're forced to grab it on the edge, and that works out great. I can do the same thing with this, so to keep people from grabbing the seat and breaking the seat, they grab back here by moving the seat back. I think if I move it back to that position right there, that'll be good. And it still kind of lines up with this right here. It's like the bend is actually right here, whereas it goes right there. But I think it'll be okay. Honestly, I don't think it'll look that bad, and that'll give me the room I need for the tank. Uh-oh, sirens! Somebody's having a bad day. Anyway, one of the channels I watch, Fat Buddy Cat, he did this on his bike where he moved the seat back, and of course it's a different frame, so it's a little different process than this one. I'm not going to cut this one off, this bar. This is where the seat hooks underneath. I'm just going to put a new one back here, right about here. This little zip tie right here is like the perfect spot. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this one out, because this holds the nuts for the seat, and I'll just move it back here where it needs to go. Wow, those sirens are close. Wow, somebody is really not having a good day. I wish them the best. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this off. I'll bolt the seat back on, and I'll reline it up, position it, and then I can try to tack weld it, and then take the seat off and finish the weld. And I'll just put a new bar right here for this one, and the seat will be relocated. So it's a little harder process than what Mr. Fat Buddy Cat did, but I think it'll give me the same result. I could take this one off and just try to reposition it, but honestly, I'm just gonna leave it alone, and I'll put another one right here. And I could try to make something just to extend it back here, but nah, I'm just gonna take that one off, and it's only welded at the tops really. I'll try to do it with my grinder and just relocate it back here wherever it ends up. All right, so I'm not gonna film that, and I'm just gonna do it. So I've got the new piece measured out here. I've got a piece of angle trying to hold the same height, clamp down. It's near perfect. Maybe a little bit lower on this side, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of give it some final adjustment, and then tack it in. We should be good to go. So I got it all done. I've got the new bar, the seat support for the front welded in. Now the original one just had little small welds right there, and of course on the bottom, but these are welded across the top. I think they'll be just as fine. It's not 100%, but I mean, it'll be good. Now I do not recommend welding above the carburetor and next to a gas tank with gas in it. There's gas in that gas tank, but I tried to cover it up with a pair of welding leathers to kind of keep sparks from going around where everything was at. We don't want to do that if we can avoid it, you know. Let's see, how do we get it out of here? I got it in here. How do I get it out without damaging the throttle cable? There we go. I don't think I damaged it too bad. Pulled it up a little bit. That's repairable. There we go. So anyway, I don't recommend welding above the carburetor, and then all this oil goo I have all over everywhere. It was yeah, not a good idea. But anyway, we got it done. We got the back one modified and welded in. It's still a little bit hot, but the seat fits pretty good. I like how it sits, and it gives me a lot more room up in the front. I just have to put the 2 bolts in the back right there. But yeah, I like it. You can go ahead and bolt it in, and we'll check it out. Oh, there we go. The seat relocated. Had a little gap right there. I mean, this is where the actual bend is, so it should be right there. We moved it back about 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches. That's okay. I don't mind that gap. I think it looks really good. I like how it covers the back bar. Maybe I went a little too far. I don't know, but I think it looks good. Yeah, I like it. That would have given me a runoff room. Then I can put the gas tank on the front. I think it'll look really nice. Foot pegs look good. The whole thing looks really nice. Making some changes to the frame. I like it. I like it a lot. So far the changes: rear axle extension, chain tensioner, moved the fender back, cut the fender off, made it more square on the top instead of little 3 forks on it. Moved the foot pegs back from this location to back here, put the new red ones on, move the seat back. Next we're gonna do the gas tank. So yeah, I had to change my hat, man. The sun was coming out. So if you like this video, continuing the modifications to the MM80 or Max, my Mega Moto Minibike, then give it a thumbs up. So I'll see you next time. Bye.